What's another really weird idea then?
The
Stop it! Stop it! Let's talk a bit about Sidemen Sundays. Whose idea? Do you rotate them, do you?
Yeah. So you talk about how they're done on a day to day.
Yeah, just like how you come up with the ideas and how you implement them.
So like systems wise, you have to input 5 ideas within 7 days. So like right now it's my turn. I've got to input 5 ideas in Sidemen video idea list. If I don't do that in 7 days, get a nice little yellow card. And then 2 yellow cards go to a red card, and a red card means you lose the video that you produced. So let's say I produce a Sidemen holiday video. If I get 2 yellow cards, I'd lose that. It doesn't exist on the Wroetoshaw anymore. So it'd say Josh has made 17 videos opposed to 18.
Oh.
So it's like that. It's that kind of system where like
fair.
everything's in place to make people work harder and better. So,
right.
So then, because of that, our idea list is like 600 different ideas, and then from there, they're all then rated out of 10 by all of us, and given a total, and then they're then sorted automatically in order of total. So the highest ones at the top are the ones of the highest priority to get done. So actually, that would be your Tinders, your holidays, or whatever ideas there are still there. And the lower ones eventually will just get deleted because they're just poop.
Right.
It's like famous ones we've always said before, like Harry put in like cock off, where like the Sidemen whip out their cocks. It's like whip out both their cocks and you say, yeah, that one's better. Next round. That's where that one's really struggling for ideas. That's why it's saying stupid.
Yeah. Well, so say you get a red card.
Yeah.
You really want to see that video, don't you?
I was thinking we could do it.
But that's what ideas like we did the moo off, which is that you both beat like some random fan had sent an idea in of you should do a tournament where you moo at each other and see who laughs. And we're like, this idea is so stupid, but it got moved into our idea list and got voted high because we was like, this is such a meme. And we did it. It was really successful. It's one of the funniest videos I've filmed. The first one, because like, what the fuck are we filming? Like, you're both sitting there at each other's face, mooing at each other.
Wait, so when you get a red card and you lose a video, why is that a bad thing? Because then you have to come up with 2 more.
No, so like, let's say right now, hypothetically, let's say I have 10 videos done, but Harry only has 3. Harry's got to catch up, right? So if we're making this week's Sidemen Sunday, let's say we're doing a cock off.
I'm excited.
It'll be Harry's job to plan and execute that whole video. So Harry might have to sort out like liaise with Con. Okay, what's the lighting gonna look like? What's the situation gonna look like? How's it filmed? How many cameras? How many camera crew we need? And then it'll be his job to liaise the whole edit. So once edit's done, give notes. Oh, like my cock doesn't look very big there. Can you add something on that?
Should have got hair and makeup.
Yeah.
So weird.
What an idea.
Obviously, the less you have on the rota, the less ideas you have on your tally, sorry, the more likely you'll be picked.
Who's slacking?
Don't even know right now. I have to try and find out for you. Try to get him out.
Get it out. Not your cock.
I've got a feeling it's going to be...
Can I say who I would guess it would be? And bear in mind, I don't know any of you boys that well at all, but from an outsider's point of view.
Yeah.
Harry.
You think it's me, Harry?
Yeah. Stevie, who would you go for?
He's had some pretty solid ideas done recently.
I'll go for Ethan.
Oh, too busy doing bicep curls.
It's Harry and Ethan.
Oh, look at that. Did you create the whole thing that you're doing all of this on? Was it your system?
Yeah.
You created?
So a lot of it boils down to yellow cards, though, right? So you get yellow cards for being punctual as well. Like if you don't turn up, say we have a shoot time at 2 p.m. and you turn up at 2:30, you have a 30-minute late time you can be because that allows traffic in London and stuff. Where it's like an online filming or online meeting, you get 15 minutes. So if you exceed that time, you get a yellow card again. They're just rules put in place to keep people on their toes. It's not like it almost sounds like one of those, is that Chelsea, Lampard at Chelsea, where it's like, if you don't do this, you get £1,000 fine. It's almost like that, but it's a way to just be more productive overall.
That's fair enough.
It's a system that works.
Look how well you're doing, so I wouldn't worry about it at all, mate. Like, but you implemented them rules, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
I think no, Simon's quite big on that kind of stuff. Like
is he?
Stuff, yeah. Like people falling behind and stuff. He's like, no, like we put this in place. Like systems I put in place, like, but I'm quite laid back on stuff. Someone's late. Who cares? Like,
yeah.
Unless I'm like really in a rush. But then also it depends on what everyone's doing that day. The whole point is you don't want to be late to a Sidemen shoot because it's not just to be honest, like my day isn't just that Sidemen shoot. I might be going to a meeting straight after.
Mm.
I might have other things to be doing. I might come here straight after. You know, like I was going to be coming straight here after Sidemen shoot.
Yeah.
Um,
Fair enough.
I like it.
Let's say someone turned up late to that Sidemen shoot. I'd have been late to here, and it's that knock-on effect.
Yeah.
I love a good schedule. Like, I can't
All
like
right.
if I have a day off work, I go mad. Like just one day off, I'll just be like, this is the most boring thing. I need constant things in place. You're the complete opposite. You'll do nothing.
Cheers. Cheers.
And he's late to everything. I need to get some yellow cards.
No, because my thing is, when I've got stuff on, like the podcast and that, I'll crack on. When I'm at home and I'm like stuck in this rut of like, well, you got a main channel, like you're gonna have to swear about someone, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit now. Like I'm 28. Like it's hard to do, isn't it?
I think scheduling definitely helps. That's why I put in like Zerkaa Thursdays
Yeah.
and like a very regimented system where it's like, okay, you have to post this day. So I'm almost forced into executing on something.
Mm.
Do you ever worry that by having to force it, that the content won't be as good as you want it to be?
For sure, but consistency over everything, really. Like, I think it's the most important part of being a YouTuber is just being consistent and delivering.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, unless content is that bad, like, but I believe that I'm not going to deliver.
You'd like to think you weren't bad if you got to the point you're at now.
I like to think I'm not going to deliver a video that's that bad. There may be videos that we'd deem as, this ain't that great, but it's good enough for YouTube, you know.
Mm. We asked who was slacking on the video ideas. I'm sure you've answered this before, but who's come up with the biggest bangers? Would you say? Because purely it's a bit random as well, isn't it? Like you don't always know what video is going to do well.
Yeah, YouTube's a weird old place.
Yeah.
Tinder is, I think, a combination of Simon and JJ. It's like taking ideas from different channels, I think like Jubilee or something, and then reworking them. A lot of it comes down to like reworking and rejigging other people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think Holiday, again, is like a mix of me and Simon at the old house. And it was an idea that was actually going to be 3 teams. Then it became 2 teams, and it was going to be someone else plans it for us. And then I think we got like 3 weeks away, or like a couple weeks away from doing it, and we was like, it's not going to work unless someone on the inside who knows what people like, everything about everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'll take it because I'm pretty best suited for that organizational stuff. And it was mine and Simon's idea originally.
Where did you go on the holidays?
The first holiday was in UK. It was like I sent like the good team somewhere like near Staines and a nice house in an Airbnb, and the other team was in like the EasyJet hotel.
Oh right.
But it's more like the case with the unknown of those videos. That's why it does quite well. I think it's just they don't know anything, and that's why we've always kept it like it has to be the most real experience possible. I always told them that it's like what team they're on is always going to be fair, not cheat, like not rigged. Whatever team, I draw it on a wheel. I screen record it for them, so they want proof they have it.
Why would it matter what team they're on?
Because you're on a good team or a bad team. So,
oh, okay. I thought you meant like who they're going to be partnered with.
No, yeah, and that can change things as well, I guess. Because I could say, all right, well, JJ's always going to deliver when he's on a good team because JJ gloats. Ethan's good on the bad team because Ethan is the most hot-headed and will rage and be angry. And so you could argue that I could easily fix that to make it happen. And ultimately, Ethan has been on the bad team 3 times now. But we don't know. I don't know what Toby's like on the bad team. I don't know. Like or JJ. I've not been able to experience it yet. But yeah, like ideas that bang are weird. We had like some calorie challenges like end up hitting like 30 mil or like stupid numbers because food and YouTube just seem to blend.
Yeah.
We posted a food video and Twitter erupts into, what the fuck is this? I've waited all week to watch the Sidemen Sunday and you've just eaten food again? and then you go on YouTube and it says 1 of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really understand.
Mad.
Who comes up with the worst ideas?
Yeah, well, Harry, cock off.
I think that's one of the best ideas.
It is a good idea. It's just not for YouTube, I don't think.
What's another really weird idea then?
It's the arse off.
Stop it! Stop it!
How did you think of that one?
Stop it!
There are some weird things on there, but there's so many ideas on there to name. It's like ridiculous.
Have you ever had to stop a Sidemen Sunday shoot for some reason?
No.
Never.
No cool story there, sorry.
No? Come on, I'm fishing it. Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever not uploaded one?
No.
After shooting?
We just filmed it.
Well, all right then. How about this? Give us one video that, in hindsight, you probably wouldn't have uploaded.
We always say there's the Winter Olympics, which we did, which Vic was in control of, and Vic will say himself that like making a Sidemen video isn't where he's most comfortable, I guess. Like he's not used to like booking all these things in, like booking a location, booking cameramen and stuff. So and execute on the idea. At least back then he wasn't. So we turned up to this ice rink. Like, all right, Vic, what are we doing? He's like, I don't know, like just gonna do some fun stuff, I guess, on the ice.
Oh god.
It's like Winter Olympics. We're doing something, right? It's got to be planned out. We started like moving, like we just started going, okay, we'll do some curling. They got the curling things here. Let's do that. Did the curling. What can we do next? We started twiddling our fingers, like saying to, I don't know, like we could slide on these like inflatables, so you go the furthest.
So when you say that, like it'll be your week to plan, it really is just you're sorting everything.
Yeah, so that's now developed considerably in the sense of we talk out the idea more and more, especially like throughout lockdown because it's so limited. So we had to like really try and work out ideas that are best suited. But for the most part, yeah, like the idea is there already, and it's kind of open to interpretation for the person who has been chosen to make that idea. But we'll probably discuss it prior. I might say like, okay, this week we're doing a calorie battle. So you eat calories, you burn calories. It's that person's job to organise what each team does.
Right.
So it's kind of that person to kind of deliver in the sense of give us the rough structure and shell, and then it's always down to everyone else to deliver on the day.
Fair play.